This beautiful story, written by William Shakespeare, he was a great writer of the century. He was born in 1564 and died in 1666. He was regarded as one of the greatest writers in English language. Whatever he did was really inspiring to the world. He was world's most popular dramatist. Dear friends, he is known not only in one country, he is known all over the world as a great writer, dramatist, novelist. He was often called England's national poet and was given other names also. He was known as Bird of Avon, the bird. You know, he was such a personality who inspires the world. He has written many novels, many stories, and his present work include 38 plays, 154 sonnets, and two long narrative poems. Dear friends, his sonnets, he was famous for his sonnets. Do you know what is sonnet? Sonnet means a 14 lines poem. Let's begin this beautiful story with a text from the book. On a lonely island in the sea, there once lived three people: a wise old man named Prospero, his beautiful daughter Marinda, and their servant Caliban. Father and daughter had come to the islands 12 years before, when Marinda was mere baby. Dear students, in this story we will see that there is a lonely island, and that island was used to live by three people named Prospero, his beautiful daughter Marinda, and their servant Caliban. And they came 12 years before, when Marinda was only a baby. Dear students, now meet this man. This is a Prospero. He was the main character of the story. All the instant events directly or indirectly linked with him. He came to live on this island with his daughter. And meet this girl. She was another main character in the story, and she was the daughter of Prospero. And she was very beautiful. Now there is another person, Caliban. He looks more like fish than a man, and he was a servant of Prospero. Father and daughter had come to the island 12 years before, when Mirinda was mere baby. She could hardly remember having seen any face except her father. This is because on this lonely island there lived only three people: father and his beautiful daughter Mirinda and Caliban. As far as Caliban is concerned, he hardly looked like human. He looked more like a fish than a man. Today, students, about when we talk about Caliban, he is totally different character. He doesn't look like a human being, and that's why Mirinda had seen only the face of father. Prospero had another servant, a spirit named Ariel, whom he commanded by means of his magic. You know, there is another personal character in the story, and that was Ariel. And when we talk about Ariel, he was not like a human being. He was just like a spirit, just like a ghost. And Prospero commanded by means of his magic power. Before Prospero's arrival, there lived on the island a witch named Sycorax. The ugly Caliban was her son. Dear students, Caliban, who looked more like fish than man, was the son of this witch Sycorax, who used to live on this lonely island before the arrival of Prospero. Dear students, you know, Sycorax was a witch and a great magician. She imprisoned Ariel in the heart of a pine tree, and she died without releasing him. Dear students, Ariel remained inside the pine tree for many years because he had not the power to come outside. He needed someone help so that he could come outside. And he suffered a lot inside the pine tree. And one day, what happened when Prospero's on his arrival on this island found him, he released him. Ariel became Prospero's faithful servant and carried out his master wishes. At Prospero's command, he would raise storm in the sea and make thunder in the air. Ariel was such a powerful spirit that he could raise storm in the sea and make thunder in the air on Prospero's command, and became Prospero's faithful servant. One day, what happened? There arose a terrible storm in the sea. As Mirinda looked out, she saw a fine ship struggling in the midst of the storm. When one day Mirinda saw that there was a fine ship in the sea struggling for life, so she was just aroused, and she got stuck there, that what was happening to the ship. And she no, at that time she said to his father, "Oh father, if you have by your power raised the tempest, please put an end to it. What a fine ship is that, struggling in the cruel waves. The cries of the drowning sailors seem knock against my heart." So these were the words used by Mirinda to his father. And what in a reply father told? "Don't be afraid," replied Prospero. "Not a single person shall perish. As for the storm, I have raised it for your sake. I have done it for you, my beloved daughter. You don't know who you are." So these are the beautiful words spoken by Prospero to her daughter. Dear students, when Mirinda raised this question to his father, that why have you raised this storm? So in a reply, Prospero told her that you need not to be worried. Whatever I have did, it is only for you, because you didn't know that who you are. And that's why he raised this storm, and he assured her that no one will die in this storm. Let's continue this beautiful story in part 2 of it.